Greetings everybody, my name is Tommy the Game Master and welcome to another one of my videos. This one on the top 10 reasons I like the original Kingdom Hearts. While there are plenty of reasons people dislike the original game, from Monstro to Deep Jungle, there are things I like about it and a few I wouldn't mind actually seeing back in Kingdom Hearts 3. After all, it wouldn't be a hit JRPG series if there wasn't anything special about the original game, faults and all. So let's take a look at 10 things I really love about the original. Number 10, the opening musical number. Yeah, this was before I knew Simple and Clean would be used for 75% of the game, and after marathon binging of these games would make me sick every time I hear it. But I do enjoy the musical number and video at the very beginning of this game, as we see Sora having a nightmare while an English J-pop song plays as he keeps falling and having these bad things happen to him. Eventually, though, he finally falls into a dark space known as the Awakening that would begin this game's tutorial level. Number 9. Getting to choose your own stats. Picking your stats in the way you level up. While 2 would have a similar idea, this one makes you choose at the beginning your strongest and weakest stats. Not only that, but how do you want to level up? Do you want to struggle a bit at the beginning of the game and be a powerhouse at the end? Or do you want to wait to the end to do your grinding to make it easier to tackle those hard bosses that are later on in the game? And they do this all based on a personality test to boot. What a concept. Number 8. Awesome abilities like the Ars Arcanum and Sonic Blade. Getting these abilities from boss fights is just fun, and they're really easy to tear into enemies. Even better when the game now maps them to the triangle button in these remakes. Makes the combat more satisfying, and the fact that the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix threw in the limit form to give you these abilities just shows you how awesome they are. Number 7. Fighting Cloud and Squall in the Coliseum. Yeah, I know Kingdom Hearts 2 lets you fight these guys as well in a Coliseum match, but the original is where they're the most memorable and best at. Trying to find a way to disable Cloud's huge sword and avoiding Squall's jump attacks just makes fighting these iconic Final Fantasy characters all the more better. And yeah, I know Yuffie's in there too, but let's face it, she's a cakewalk to beat. Number 6. Best at incorporating the Disney villains and the Disney worlds into the story. One of the things I loved about the original game is that you felt like you were up against an entire team of Disney villains. These people knew about the outside worlds and were using it to conquer their own worlds, with Maleficent's help. Seeing Hades interact with other villains and talking about Jafar's defeat, the scene where Hook appears and tells Riku he won't be on a pleasure cruise, it just made the game's story more coherent. Halloween Town wasn't a filler world where nothing happened. We took down one of Maleficent's cohorts, Oogie Boogie, for example. Of course, the Kingdom Hearts villain would eventually pop up towards the end of the game, but getting past Hades, Captain Hook, and Ursula along the way makes this game feel more unique. And yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2, the Disney stages were definitely filler, and the people causing trouble were just guys in black coats, not a whole cabal of well-known villains. And these black hooded guys only cause trouble in a few stages. Having a whole group that opposes you just really feels more threatening. Number 5. Better at capturing some of the elements in classic Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts was originally meant to be a spin-off of the Final Fantasy series using Disney licenses, meaning that as far as the respected game series go, Final Fantasy was the one that was meant to be taken seriously, but that was before Final Fantasy 13 hit. So, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is now more popular and well known. That said, nothing says old school JRPG than Traverse Town. You have your hotel, potion shop, and synth shop all in one area. The town kind of looks like it's medieval, but in a very Disney resort kind of way, and that's just really fun exploring this area. But as far as the main game go, you can also throw in a ton of Final Fantasy characters and a plot that is heavily inspired by Final Fantasy IV, and you got a game that's just not using a few Final Fantasy characters, but showing that Final Fantasy is indeed part of this game's DNA. Number 4. Maleficent is at her fiercest. Yeah, before Maleficent would be settled with Pete and become more of a pain in the neck than actual threat, she was the main mover and shaker of the original game when it comes to villain. Whether it's manipulating Riku into betraying his friend, using shadows to destroy entire worlds, or just coaching other Disney villains on how to do their jobs, Maleficent was just threatening. Whenever she appeared, you knew trouble was soon to follow. Yeah, rumors was there was a great debate at Square Enix if she should come back or remain dead in the sequel, but after they settled her with Pete, I kinda wish Sora just killed her off for good at the end of the original. Number 3, most memorable last boss fight. Yeah, Xemnas in Kingdom Hearts 2 was good. Xion in the DS game was also pretty memorable for a last boss fight. But nothing takes the cake to Ansem. From having him taunt Sora on Sora's own home-wrecked island to his transformation into a giant battleship demon, nothing is more memorable than taking this bad guy down, because the more you seem to beat him down and think he's finished, the more he pops up even more intimidating than before. Heck, even when you do finally finish his last form, he still pops up again wanting a fight. That is until Sora finally shows him the door.
You're gonna get shown the door, old man.
Number 2, the Olympus Coliseum. This might seem dumb to put it since it's been in pretty much every Kingdom Hearts game but Dream Drop Distance, and it's pretty much confirmed to be the tutorial stage for Kingdom Hearts 3. But this one's my favorite even if it's the smallest. It's the best area just to show up and fight against some memorable foes. Just like I said, Squall and Cloud appear here, but you also have Cerberus, Behemoth, and of course the granddaddy bad guy of them all, Sephiroth. Number 1, favorite stage design. Hey, before you kill me, let me make a point. I think most people's hatred of the stage design delves from the fact that the game is obtuse and letting you know where you need to go to continue on in the story in quite a few of them. Not that they're bad stages to begin with. In fact, they're all good. Well, for the most part. You have things like hidden areas to explore in Traverse Town and Monstro, Jungle Slider, and Tarzan, a well-crafted stage for Aladdin that has both the Agrabah and the Cave of Wonders. You grow in size in Alice in Wonderland. Each stage feels different, not like it's a new skin, which I have a problem with in Kingdom Hearts 2. So, yeah, the stages are easier to get around in Kingdom Hearts 2, but they kind of left me feeling empty, like they weren't memorable. Here, every stage is different. Every stage leaves an impact, and that's why I really enjoy exploring around the original Kingdom Hearts. Well, guys, thank you for listening to this video. I'll put up a thumbnail for you to go see the top 10 things I really hate about this game. I'd love to hear you guys' comments, so feel free to leave them down below. I'll see you guys later.